Hi students, and welcome to a module on storyboarding. This module will focus on the role of conceptualizing the storyboard plays in the production process. Storyboarding, as we will see, is very much about process and aids in conceptualizing the end product. What do I mean by conceptualization? According to the online free dictionary, conceptualization means, quote, inventing or contriving an idea or explanation and formulating it mentally, unquote. A conceptualization is a formulation, a process of creating mental acts, an approach, a plan of action, and a process of framing ideas. Likewise, conceptualization, according to the Web Center for Social Research Methods, says the process and role of conceptualization in education has been described as, quote, one of the most difficult aspects of research, one of the least discussed, and how to develop the idea for the research project in the first place. In training students, most faculty just assume that if you read enough of the research in an area of interest, you'll somehow magically be able to produce sensible ideas for further research. Now that may be true, and heaven knows that's the way we've been doing it in higher education for some time now. But it troubles me that we haven't been able to do a better job of helping our students learn how to formulate good research problems. One thing we can do, and some texts at least cover this at the surface level, is to give students a better idea of how professional researchers typically generate research ideas, unquote. Analysis questions. As we embark on this module, I would like you in your tutorial group and in WebKF course discussion forum to think through the following questions. Why use storyboards? Why are they important or not? What value do they add or not? What is the role of conceptualization in a storyboard? Is there a role or not? Should there be a role or not? Why use storyboards? Storyboarding serves two basic purposes. The first is that a storyboard acts as a process tool, which means that the process of creating the storyboard helps visualize the final technical product. As we discussed, conceptualization helps in framing ideas. Similarly, storyboarding allows the design team to see how shots are framed in the video or see the layout of elements in the multimedia. This also provides an opportunity to work out the precise sequencing of your shots. It's much easier and less expensive to try out different alternatives and develop your own project in this pre-production stage than it is during shooting. What is the purpose of a storyboard? The second purpose of a storyboard is to act as a communication tool. No matter if the team is large or small, video or multimedia projects usually involve teams of people. This, as we already saw, includes a graphic designer, the instructional designer, the programmer, the program evaluation specialist, and so on. There are also clients or producers. We need some way to convey the look and sequencing of a project throughout this design process. Storyboards often undergo significant revisions as the project evolves, and as various experts offer feedback. Why use storyboards for multimedia? Like video production, multimedia production also requires storyboards, as storyboards help communicate important information to the technical team members. Of course, changes throughout are inevitable, but the process is generally smoother and faster with the use of storyboards. What are some good reasons to use storyboards? In summary, storyboards help in the visual displaying of information, in stimulating divergent thinking, in organizing problem solving, in generating plans of actions, in demonstrating functionality of elements, in showing navigational schemes, and in finding cross-referencing linkage possibilities, in checking completeness, in building consensus amongst groups of developers, in identifying common points of reference to focus, and in simply telling you how the project will appear in final forms. How storyboards help in conceptualization. It has been argued that there is often a, quote, disconnect between the information acquired in the research phase and the design issues addressed in the concept development phase of the project, unquote. Thus, in order to bridge the gap of design research to design conceptualization, instructional designers need to visualize the big picture that understands how the research categories are related and connected to each other. Why storyboard for multimedia? According to Jones, 2008, storyboarding offers an alternative approach to, quote, sketching interface schematics and enabled design ideas to be fleshed out for prototyping and pilot trialing, unquote. This method allowed a variety of factors to be, quote, captured, documented, and shared, including the design of software resources, learners, interaction and collaboration, and the role of participant researchers during trials. Synthesis questions. In bringing this module to a closure, I would like you to reflect on the following questions in your discussions with others, in your tutorial group, and in WebKF. Why use storyboards? What is their role in conceptualization? What are some purposes of storyboards? What are some reasons for using storyboards? Think about these questions and discuss in your groups. Thank you.